Let's do this. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Top Tier. You're chilling with me, Brandon, and Siish, as always.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of had technical difficulties, but I guess you wouldn't have known that because you wouldn't be shouldn't have actually said that.
Yeah.
But
This is
yeah,
take
man.
two.
Yeah, this is take two. But yeah, thanks for joining us as always. And if you're listening to the podcast, please do support the podcast by rating it. And if you're watching it, please support the podcast by subscribing and liking and commenting. It'd be nice. But yeah, man. This week I think I was inspired, like I said, by this episode. I was watching a TV show or reality show on Netflix, and I was thinking of how like reality TV is such an amazing form of escapism, and it's just like you get immersed in other people's like worlds and their idiocy, and you think like, oh, would I ever do something like this? Why would I ever do something like this? Why would you
Yes,
do
I love
something like
that.
this?
I love that question. Oh, would you
Yeah,
ever go on the show?
yeah. And stuff like that. So then I was like, oh, we should do an episode about like some of our favorite TV shows or just like TV shows we rate highly. So that's what this week episode is about. It's basically about just rating top tier reality shows. So yeah, I don't know if you had any initial thoughts on the topic, Siish.
I just know that I've forgotten a lot.
Yeah, facts.
And it's also a lot to choose from.
There's so much reality
There's
TV,
a lot
bro.
to choose from, and I think it's I don't know. I didn't understand. I'm not big into reality TV, but I didn't realize how much reality TV is there, and it's growing. There's always reality TV shows coming up all the time.
For me, when I was putting this list together, I was thinking, because there's so much reality TV, do I focus it on a certain type of reality TV? Because you get reality TV game shows, you get reality
Yes,
TV
you get
cooking shows, you get all these shows. So my list is just an amalgamation of all those different kind of shows. And
that's what I did as well.
Yeah, because when I was making it, I was like, oh, maybe I should just like focus it. But then I was like, no, it's fine. I'll just
do you have
I'll do what I can.
10 reality TV shows from one genre?
You can, but I don't.
No, I'm saying, do you?
No,
I was gonna say.
No. I was like, that would be so difficult. I don't think I'd ever get that.
No. That's hectic. That'd be difficult.
Yeah, but I'll go first, and I think my number 10 is the show that inspired this list, and that's Ultimatum on Netflix. I don't know if you've watched it.
I don't even know what it is.
So I'll tell you the premise. The premise is like these couples have been dating for like less than 2 years. Most of them have been they've given one of their partners an ultimatum of like, you either marry me or I leave you. And then they go on the show. Yeah, dog. So they go on the show, and then the thing is, out of these, I think there's like 6 or 7 couples, so like 9 or whatever people, and they then swap partners, bro, for like 3 weeks, and they date each other's partners to see actually like live together and everything, bro. It's insane. And they live together, and the thing is, they live with these other people's partners, and they still see their actual partners with other people because they're all staying like the same place sometime. It is bark, bro.
Wild.
Yeah, dude, no, you must watch it, dog. It's like 6 episodes or something. It isn't, or maybe but 9 or whatever, but it's bark. And when I was watching this, I was like, yo, this show is insane. It's like actually insane. And all of these people are young, bro, like younger than us. And they're like giving their partners ultimatums. Like, how are you giving your partner ultimatums? Like, oh, you need to marry me or whatever. Like, this one couple was like straight out of university, bro. And she was like, oh, I want to get married. And like, but I think she just gave him an ultimatum because she was like, I don't know. She didn't know if he was what she wanted, but no, it was bark. Now you must watch it.
Do people ever fall in love with the person that they're staying with? So when they swap?
I don't know. This is the first season, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I don't know if this. That's.
That is wild. That's.
Yeah, no, the show is bark, bro.
It sounds hilarious.
It
sounds hilarious. I think I'm gonna watch it. Yeah,
you must.
So my number 10 is Love Is Blind.
Okay, I've never actually watched Love Is Blind, but I know what it is.
I thought of all those shows. There were quite a lot of shows. I was thought about Love Island, Love Is Blind. There's another one. I forget what it's called now. But I just think I enjoyed the premise of this the most. That you didn't see each other, and then you saw each other, and then you have to try to figure out if you're really gonna stay with this person.
Yeah.
And I the first season I watched was so funny. I didn't watch any other season because once the contestants kind of know everything that's going on because everyone's watched the season. So that's why I think those kind of shows only should have one season,
Yes,
if it makes sense.
it's a valid
Because
point.
you already know exactly what's going to happen. You're
Mm.
going to go to this nice place, you're going to stay here, whatever. But I thought the premise was so funny because you haven't watched it, so I don't care. But the one person got so over the person that they matched with, and they felt they were in love with somebody else who was matched with somebody else, and there was just a lot of drama. So that was pretty funny.
Maybe I'll give the
That's
first season a go.
that's the nice thing about reality TV, that there's funny drama.
Yeah, because it's stupid. It's like, why is this even
Yes.
happening? It's like
Yeah,
this
because it's
isn't
stupid.
real,
I think
bro.
that's
Like this
this
shouldn't
is
even be happening.
yeah, that's the perfect explanation, because it's stupid, but it's so funny.
Yeah, fucking hell. But no, I think I'll give Love Is Blind the first season a go.
Yeah,
Because that's
do
a
the
valid
first
point.
season.
Like a lot of these shows, like some of them should only have one season. Like there's no point
Yeah.
in having like 3 or 4 seasons because everyone knows the premise now.
Yes, Love Island. Everyone knows that so many people are
No,
going to be
no.
coming in.
Love Island is amazing. Let's not
No,
hype Love Island, bro.
it's the same thing.
Yeah, no, it's not. Love Is Blind is like, oh, you don't know this person, but Love Island, you know what you're coming into.
Yes, yeah, it's the same thing though. Everyone
No,
knows.
it's
Okay,
not,
X
bro.
amount. After a week or two, more people are coming in. After a week or two, the guy's gonna go to that house, and then the girl's gonna go to that house, and more people are gonna come in, and
No.
and then you
No, hate on Love Island, bro. Love Island's one of the best. Love Island's one of the best.
Oh my
My number
gosh,
9 is Hell's Kitchen.
oh, that's
Um,
cool. That's
yeah,
a cool one.
that's a good show. Like, I just like they stopped making it. Like, I think at a certain point because like
A while ago, huh?
yeah, a long time ago they stopped making it, but it was very good. Like that again, the premise is the same. Like these cooks come in and they get kind of trained or whatever to do like this cooking, like to improve their cooking abilities. But like, yeah, the
Yes.
drama there is just Gordon Ramsay's very dramatic,
He just
and
shouts
like a lot of these
everywhere.
and because like Americans are so like I'm being general, but like Americans are very like stubborn people, so like they don't really like being told. Yeah,
Yes.
there's been some insane interactions, and like
Oh
there's
my
always
word, yeah.
infighting between the people.
People go crazy there. They can't take it when Ramsay shouts at them.
Yeah,
and
there's always infighting amongst the chefs, so it's just like it's a lot more dramatic than one would think.
I don't know. The cooking reality TV shows are nice.
No, cooking reality TVs are buck.
They're very nice. They
because they teach you.
True.
I always feel reality cooking TV shows teach you about like how like certain flavor profiles that match, and like
yes, and sometimes
like
when
what
you're
can
watching,
go with what, and
yes, you're watching sometimes thinking, oh, is this person really putting this with this, and then it goes, okay, actually.
Exactly. So like that's one of the things that's one of the reasons I like reality TV cooking shows, because you can actually learn quite a bit from them. But like the reason I liked Hell's Kitchen is because it was a lot more dramatic than most, because there was like personality clashes and stuff, and like
it's the
you
drama.
like had to vote people off. Do you know? It's not like because Hell's Kitchen you had to vote people off, like other chefs voted, but it's not like MasterChef where the judges. Where you get kicked out based on your food. It's like, you're kind of kicking out because you're just a cuck person, you know.
And that's more dramatic as well.
Exactly.
You can all group up with someone saying, "No, we hate this person," and vote them out, even though they're the best. Yeah, my number 9. I had to look. I'm not a fan of the show, but I felt that I couldn't make this list without including Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan. I only watched it out of force, not once. But I'd always get into it because I love Scott Disick.
I know why you were forced.
It's really obvious. But I love Scott Disick. He's the man.
Yeah.
I love Scott.
I agree with that. I felt like I couldn't make this list without them either, but they're all a bit higher on my list just because of that reason. I felt like they were one of the OG reality shows.
Yes, I was gonna put them at 10 just to give them the recognition. But I thought, okay, you know what, Love Is Blind is pretty horrible, so I'm not gonna do that to the Kardashians. So it's not really a true reflection of where they should be. It's just more of a recognition because they should be higher. But yeah, shout out Scott, man. I love Scott so much.
Scott's going through
my toxic king.
I don't think he's as toxic anymore, man. Like back in the initial.
In the initial days, my gosh, that man was everywhere.
Yeah, like. Yeah, no, but that's a good valid point. Like that's one of the OGs, so I felt they're on my list. They're just a bit higher. My number 8 is Fear Factor.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I felt
It's a
like
bit low.
that was one of the shows I would always watch on like ETV when it came on
Yes, when
Sunday.
you were young.
Yeah, it always came
And
on
you see them
ETV.
eating a cockroach and you go, no.
Yeah, and it was always like, I think it was always like before wrestling. Also, it was before wrestling. I can't remember, but like it was always on like at that time, so I really liked it. So it was very cool.
wasn't
Was it on Saturday or
that show?
Sunday?
I remember it being on the weekends. I remember Fear
Yeah, it
Factor
was
being
on
on
the
the
weekend.
weekends.
I just can't remember if it was like Saturday or Sunday.
No, yeah, but generally you're chilling at home and you turn on the TV and Fear Factor's on. You're probably watching the rest of the episode.
Yeah,
It was
it's
so
so
fun.
funny. That is so cool. But I like that show.
Yeah, I have number 8 is Pimp My Ride.
Oh yeah.
That was kind of the MTV kind of introduced me into reality TV.
Yeah, they had a lot. They had like Super Sweet 16.
Yeah,
My
that show was
Ride.
great.
That Teen Moms. Like there was a lot of shows.
Teen Mom is so hectic.
Yeah.
You just sit there and watch Teen Mom and think, how the hell there's so much going on in your life and you're only 15, 16.
Facts. 100% facts, bro. You think like, oh my god, there's a lot happening here. But yeah.
You
I never
imagine
used
yourself at that age.
Put My Ride, I remember, was always because it used to come. There was like a point in my life when I was at like primary school where it would be like 3:30 would be Put My Ride, and then 4 o'clock would be something else, and 4:30 would be
Yes,
something
they
else.
had a list, hey?
And
They
then
had it
5
going
o'clock
on.
and then 5 o'clock would be like Dragon Ball Z or Yu-Gi-Oh or something.
Yes, and then you go across the SABC.
Yes. And then you go outside to go talk about it, and then you could come back inside for dinner and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that used to be my day. But yeah, I remember Put My Ride used to come at like 3:30. It was always after school. Come home.
Yes, all of them after school. It was so great. And what a time. These kids they don't watch reality TV the way we did.
Because our reality TV back in the day was wholesome. Fuck, we sound like we're so old, but it's true, bro. Time has moved so quickly.
We are old.
But it's like reality TV back then was wholesome. Like Put My Ride was such a wholesome show. Like this guy.
Yes, there's no drama, nothing.
No, it just comes to you. He's like, I want to improve your car, my guy. Your car looks like shit. Oh, yes. you like movies? Let me put a cinema in your movie.
Put a cinema in the back of a Toyota.
Always doing stuff like that.
Made no sense.
Exactly. But yeah, that was always cool.
I love Put My Ride, man. Exhibit.
Yeah, Exhibit. I actually think like I saw a headline that they're considering bringing it back. They just need to find a host or whether Exhibit will do it again. But like Exhibit exuded like such a wholesome energy. I just think you need to find someone who's also wholesome.
Yes, he was wholesome. He was cool, and it really, made the people feel special.
Exactly. My number 7 is The Amazing Race.
At 7.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Sorry. Yeah, I know what your number 1 is already. Never mind. Sorry.
I don't think you know what my number 1 is.
I'm pretty sure I know what number 1 is, but anyways.
Okay, we can see. We want to make a bet. I bet you don't know what my number. I bet you $1,000 you don't know what my number 1 is.
Your number 1. Then that means you're lying to yourself if it's not your number 1.
Okay,
but we'll get there.
Let's see. Amazing Race, yeah.
I have Amazing Race higher. Amazing Race is higher for me. But that was pretty cool, man. That show was awesome.
That is one of the shows I always said I'd do. And I would always like go through the list in my family, in my head, like, oh, who's in my family?
Who will you take? Yeah, who will you take?
Who would I work best with?
Yeah.
Like who can do certain things better than me?
You got to take someone, you're good at this, so you need somebody who's good at this and that, just so you can see who's going to compliment you best when you're on that thing.
Yeah. I don't think they do that show anymore. Well, obviously not anymore because of COVID, but like back in the day, I think there's like, yeah, that was an amazing show.
They stopped a long time ago.
Yeah, I think it was probably just too expensive.
Is Fear Factor still a thing?
I think so. Or before COVID, yeah, it was with Ludacris used to be the host.
Really?
Mm.
Oh, wow, okay. I missed out on Fear Factor then, because I don't remember that.
Yeah, Ludacris was the host. But yeah, Amazing Race, probably just so much production money. Like the money is so expensive. You know how much
my word. Yes, to get everyone everywhere and all this type of stuff. And
you must pay for them to go do all this stuff, and you have to get people involved. It's just so much production.
And you have to have health people around, you have to have so many people watching and all of this. No. Yeah. But it was great. They were definitely making their money back then.
Oh yeah, 'cause everyone
Oh,
used to probably watch that like all the
yep.
time. So they were getting it in like ads and ratings and stuff. Crazy.
Oh, big time, big time. Amazing Race was awesome. My number 7 is MTV Cribs.
I forgot about that show.
You see, it's so easy to forget about stuff.
Yeah, that's actually a good one.
Yeah, I love
That was always
MTV
awesome
Cribs.
to like see people's homes and stuff.
It was around Pimp My Ride as well.
Yeah, it was all around the same time, like at the same, like it would be like the same
Yeah.
program. Because maybe it would be like My Sweet 16, Pump My Ride, Cribs, and then something else, and then
Yes, and then you leave MTV.
yeah.
It's a
But now
wholesome
Cribs is
afternoon.
cool. Yeah, it was awesome. Cribs is cool because you can kind of you like you get a glimpse into your favorite celebs.
Do you really think it was really their houses? Eh?
I don't know, man. Some of them definitely.
I think so. It's
Yeah.
kind of weird to think, no, because then you can kind of people can make out where it is.
I mean, yeah, you always know where people live though. Like,
True.
I mean, everyone knows
they
where
do.
Drake lives. But again, his house is like a monument. You know?
I was about to say, obviously, the huge ass
Different.
house.
But
not
like,
just a house in the
that's
normal
actually not a
suburbs.
bad premise for a YouTube show, like a new version of Cribs with like celebs, and like, not like because you get like Architectural Digest, they do like the Cribs thing,
Yes, and
but
they go
like
to the
it's not
house
like.
and they.
But it's not like Cribs because it's more like interior design and if you get insight into the person's house. Where this is like, we
Yeah.
want to see the raucous shit you have in your house, bro. We want to see your cinema and your massive
Imagine
pool.
if Drake showed us his whole house and everything.
But I also think with the way the world is now, people will kind of feel a way about it, like sensitive, like, oh, look how people are living and how can you come show
Really?
me? I think so, yeah.
No, man. Everyone will understand that
Oh
it's just
no, it'll be cancel culture thing, and they'll kind of care.
What?
Oh no,
No.
we'll care. How can he show off his house?
A reminisce of Cribs. Come on.
No.
Come on. Cribs was wholesome. Dude. No one was ever trying to be out of Cribs saying, I'm a celebrity, I've got more money than you. It was just, oh, okay, cool. It was nice to see how the rich people lived.
Yeah.
That's how I thought of Cribs.
Yeah.
And
also, Cribs was cool because it was short. You could get like 3 people's homes in like one episode.
Yes. Yeah, it was
quick.
It was
like
what,
boom, boom, boom.
half an hour and you got 3 people and it's just, oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. So you can do a lot. Okay, my number 6 is the Kardashians, but we've spoken about them.
Okay. Yes.
But that's why I just felt like initially, again, I just felt like, oh, they're not like top 5. They should probably be lower, but I just felt like they were such OGs of this whole reality TV.
Yes, you have to. You have to give them the respect.
You have to pay like an homage,
Yeah, they deserve
it. A bit higher.
My number 6 is Shark Tank.
Oh, yeah, you like that show.
Yeah, I love Shark Tank, man.
Yeah, I think Shark Tank's cool, but like, how many of those companies are actually like ever become like $1 billion or million? Like, I assume some of them become like $1 million companies, but have any of them ever become like $1 billion enterprises? Like, because these are all ideas that like, and they're all like practical.
But I think because the people these are real business people, they're not going to let you waste their money. So if they back the idea, they feel so, okay, maybe they'll know, okay, I can get my money back at least at the bare minimum. But they're not going to let you just flop because that's their money they're playing with.
Yeah, I've seen on like TikTok, like some people be like, oh, rating this gadget that someone paid that was on Shark Tank and stuff. So people are buying it, like to test it out at least. Because there are some practical things,
No, there's some cool stuff. There's obviously some businesses that are designed to flop. I feel that there was sometimes where the people just felt super sorry and then they just bid. But there were definitely some businesses that were just gonna flop either way, and I think everyone knew it.
Yeah, and also it's like they're not like investing millions in these companies. There's like a couple of 100,000.
Yeah, because you can't be coming there because surely if your company was really worth it, then you would have found investors elsewhere. I'd say.
Yes, okay, cool. My number 5, which I think you might have thought is my number 1, is Survivor South Africa.
Oh, what? No, you're lying.
Yeah.
You're lying. Number 5. This guy's lying to you guys. Every day at work, he would mention Survivor. He's lying to you. There's no show. He's mentioned Survivor as much as you've mentioned Chuck in your life. That's how much.
Survivor is one of my favorites, yes.
Not number 5. That's low.
But I think my number 1 is one of my favorites of like something I would always like, something I just thought was so amazing. But
that's so low. That's
top 5 though. Top 5. The Survivor South Africa is just like, it's so good, man. Yo,
I thought it would be when you said it wasn't going to be number one. I thought, okay, top three.
yeah, I just felt like this. Maybe it could swap with my number 2 if I was being like picky.
If you're being honest.
Maybe, yeah.
If you're being
But
honest. That's disappointing, but okay, whatever.
actually, no, I think I should change it.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, okay,
But
I'll
it's-
swap my number 2 and my number 5.
Well, tell us your number 2 or 5 then, because now we know. Don't say
Okay.
it now.
Yes, I
Don't
won't
say
say
it
it now.
Yeah. I thought Survivor back then was cooler than Survivor now.
But I like Survivor South Africa just because I feel like
Because
it
you
just feels a
know
little
the
bit more.
people.
Yeah, it just feels a bit more like local, like homey.
Is it because the guy used to work in the same block as us? The one guy that was on Survivor?
No, not just that, but like even before that happened, it just felt like you kind of felt like, okay, cool. These are things that like, these are people who are normal. Like, these are normal people. Do you know what I mean? It's not like Survivor America always felt like just like you don't feel connected to these
Yes, but also because it's America. But
Mm.
yeah, I get it. It's more homey, which makes
Mm.
sense.
Okay, so yeah, that's Survivor. But what's your number 5?
Okay, my number 5's Come Down With Me yesterday.
Do you really like that show?
I was forced into watching it, and then it was so funny because the first episode I watched, somebody I know was on it.
Is it?
Yeah,
That's hilarious, bro.
the first episode I watched, somebody I know was on it.
Would
and
you ever do it though? What
No.
would you cook though? Protein shake?
This guy acting as if I don't cook. What the hell?
Give them protein shakes as appetizers.
What would I make, eh? I don't know. I also don't really eat dessert, so it'd be horrible. I don't really eat dessert.
Oh,
So-
yeah. I don't really make dessert. That would be my downfall. But if anything, I could whip something up. Like
The
if I find
starters
a
would be
recipe.
bao. I'd make bao as your starter. A nice crispy chicken bao.
For you, would that be your starter?
Obviously, I have to enjoy the food.
No, of course.
Yeah, my starter would definitely be. I think because I had, I actually had crispy chicken bao quite a few times this weekend.
No. Are there nice
I-
Asian fusion places in Durban?
Nope, not. I haven't found one.
So where did you have it?
At these just places that have bao.
Oh,
It
okay.
wasn't an Asian fusion place. I've just been really wanting. But that's a good business idea. What else? What would be my main? I don't know.
You can even do like you can always depends on the mood, but if you're doing like a bow in the beginning, maybe you can do like
I was
like
about to
sticky Korean barbecue ribs or something like that.
I was gonna go a sticky noodles dish.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, a sticky stir fry type of thing.
Yeah, and then you get the they have some sort of ice cream at Tori as a dessert.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just can't get the name.
Yeah, I can't remember the name. I think I'd do something along that line. And then,
Like a Japanese cheesecake if you can get that. There's
and
actually
then
this place. There's this place here in St. Stephen's Green, the mall that sells like Japanese cheesecakes only. Like that's all they do. Japanese
Only?
cheesecakes, Japanese pancakes. Like Asian dudes that work there and they do that.
I must tell you, I need to actually. I'll message you after the story about Japan. But anyways.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then I'd get Japanese gin and beer.
Oh, okay.
There you go. It'll be kind of that type of evening.
Yeah, Come Down With Me is cool. I think it's also like it also feel like it's a bit more authentic because like people aren't really getting like it's not like amateur cooks. It's like just home people. Like
yes, and the nice thing about it is that about Come Down to it says that it's you drive on these streets. You could possibly pass these houses and it's like they were shooting here an episode.
Yeah,
because I remember the Cape Town one. There was one place or one or two places in town. It's like, this was okay.
Cool.
So it's kind of funny. Yeah.
My number 4 is MasterChef Australia, but with the OG judges, not the new judges.
Oh, not the new one's not nice.
Yeah, I watched a few episodes and I didn't like it.
Really? I don't know. I haven't watched the new. Oh, I think I watched 1 or 2 episodes. I wasn't into it.
Yeah, I just like the old judges, and the reason I like MasterChef and the reason I put them so highly is like you genuinely see like people become better chefs over time. So like they're actually learning.
Yeah.
And that is so cool. And you get like your favorites and like, yeah, you just kind of, you're like, oh, you start rooting for people. And you're like, oh, this person. Like, yeah, that's the cool thing. I liked it. Like people were actually becoming better chefs over
No, it's
time.
nice. MasterChef for sure is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, and I didn't really enjoy cook. This was the first one that I thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah.
The first cooking reality TV show.
Yeah, one of the shows that are not on my list that we should mention is My Kitchen Rules.
Is it nice?
I like it. Like, I think it's a cooking show, but there's a lot more drama because it's like personal. Because you have to vote on the cooking, and you kind of have to vote to ensure that you also keep points. And it's like you give the people points, right? And if you give them too much points, you can either vote yourself out technically. So you have to be strategic about it.
Oh wow, that's a bit complicated.
Especially in the beginning stages of the show. Then once you leave that portion, then you actually start cooking and the judges.
Then okay.
But yeah,
that's a bit too much. Don't you? They have too much power. The people have too much power.
Yeah, but that's what makes it like extreme.
Okay. No. My number 4. We spoke about number 4 already. Mine is The Amazing Race.
Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. We spoke about
No, that's a good show, man. Okay, my number 3 is 90 Day Fiance.
See, I don't understand that show.
That's so good, man. So good.
I don't understand that. So I've never watched the episode. So what is it that you get engaged?
Premises.
Yeah.
So in America, you have in America, if you date someone, you can get married to them fairly quickly. So what happens is you get a K1 visa. You bring this person over for 90 days. You bring this person over on this K1 visa, indicating that in 90 days, you're going to get married to this person. So you have 90 days from when the person lands before then to get married. And once you get married, you then apply for the green card or whatever, and you get it within like 6 months, I think. So that's the premise of the 90 Day Fiance.
Everyone has to be.
You either get married at the end of the 90 days or you fucking off home. If you're coming on that visa.
So it can't be an American and an American.
No, it has to be. It's always an American and a foreigner. There was a South African on the show once, and it's always interesting because, like, a lot of the time there are some scammers on the show, and
of course,
and there's some scammers on the show, or there'd be people that are like really not into it, but they just want the green card or stuff like that. Yes. So like it gets very dramatic and there's like variations of the show, bro. There's like 90 Day Fiance, then there's like days before 90 Day Fiance. There's like there's so many versions of the show, bro. It's like it's insane to keep up, but it's very good. Like, very dramatic.
I've seen memes of it, so I'm pretty sure it's funny. But people are always going to be scamming for that green card.
Of course, man.
I'd scam for that green card.
Yeah, man. Maybe when you go this year, you can maybe
if I go, if anyone listening, man, I'm gonna try find me some American hun who can get married. I'll be nice for a year or 2.
Yeah, that's short, but sure.
Oh, we asked for a year or 2 until
first find out the regulations of how long.
Yeah. Exactly.
It might only be 6 months.
Hopefully, we can still get an annulment.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't care. Okay, my number 3. I hope you remember this. Is Run's House.
Yeah, Run's House.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that show. It's actually a good one. I should have put that on my list. I love that show back in the day.
All my MTV shows, man.
Yeah, that's good, man. Yeah, that was an awesome show. He was so funny. That show reminded me a lot now that because we have Disney Plus now, so we're watching it. My wife and kids.
Oh, stop! Do you have it?
Yes, I got it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But watching my wife and kids, and don't you think Run's House is like my wife and kids? He's like the same dad.
Yes, he's super funny, same as Michael.
Yeah, and he's always catching on shit, same as Michael. So it's like a lot of it's the same. Very fun.
That's such a good show, My Wife and Kids, man. All these shows are so good. Run's House was so funny though. I didn't for the first few bits, I didn't really believe he used to be a rapper. I didn't. Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. It didn't make sense.
Did you ever go back and listen to the music at least?
Run DMC, of course. Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, my number 2, which is technically my number 5 now, is Love Island.
Yes. Yeah. That makes sense. The swap makes sense. Yeah, I'm happy with that swap.
Love Island. I love Love Island, and my my favorite Love Island was UK, but now it's Australia. I think Australia's one is hilarious.
Australia.
They're so dramatic, bro. They fight, bro. Like fist fight. People have fist fought on that show.
Why?
Twice.
For
For the
what?
hose, bro. For the hose. They fight over the hose.
No, you're not fighting over a woman. Come on.
Bro,
You're
they
not
fight
fighting
over
women.
women, bro. Go watch that shit. Go watch it.
Okay, I actually might.
It was on Showmax. I don't know if it's on Showmax anymore, but that's where I watched it.
Oh yes, I think it is.
Good.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
It's so good, man.
Mm.
What's your number
Do
two?
you prefer it to UK?
So the UK, I only like season 3 and the latest season that came out with Toby.
No, I haven't watched.
Yeah, and then the Australian one is just so much better because like the Australian one had like a lesbian on, bro, like a bisexual woman. She chose a girl.
Oh, I was about to say because don't they do the
a lot more
numbers
progressive. They don't do that.
Okay, that's
a lot more progressive on the Australia version of the show. So shout out to the Australians.
My number 2 is Jersey Shore.
Oh yeah, I've never watched it, so I can't put it on my list.
You never watched Jersey Shore?
I'm never interested. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, never interested.
No ways, man. The legendary show.
Apparently, yeah, but it was
ahead of its time. Our brains were not ready for Jersey Shore. We weren't
It
ready.
was so advanced, eh?
The catchphrases, the dress code, the things those people did on nights out, insane. But also, you don't enjoy going out, so then obviously you're not gonna
watch
that type of stuff.
Yeah, okay. That's why I say my life would be so boring. Like, what my reality show would be like would be titled Homebody. It'd just be.
And then you go for a run.
Yeah, exactly. Go for runs, go shopping, buying things online, going to eat out, and that's about it.
I mean, that's a good part though.
So yeah, my number 1 is Take Me Out UK.
Never watched it. They
stopped.
Oh, did they? Why?
2019, they stopped it.
Oh, COVID.
I don't know. No, it just stopped in 2019. It was like amazing show, man. Guy comes off the elevator. Women look at him, they judge him, they objectify him, and they pick him, and they say, "Okay, we like you." Then they go interview the girls, ask them why they like him. Then there's 3 rounds of the show. In the first round, the guy introduces himself. He says, "Hey, ladies, my name is Brandon, and I am a this and this and this. And please, if you like me, keep your light on. Lights go off, light stays on." Host is the best part of the show. He's so funny. And then the next round, they have one of your family members or friends do a video, and they tell them about you. And then the girls keep lights on, put lights off. If all the lights are off, you leave. If the lights stay on,
oh snap!
Yeah, if the lights stay on, they talk more and they get to know them. And at the end, if lights are still on, you get to choose girls whose lights are still on. If no lights are on, you leave. But if there's one light on and that's the last light, then you automatically go on a date with them.
What if there's 4? Can you say I want
to
go
on a date? So if say at the end of the 3 rounds, there's 4 lights on, right?
Yeah.
You get to choose out of those 4 girls who you want to go on a date with.
Can you go with 4?
No, man.
Oh.
No, you choose one. But yeah, it was such a good show. It was just so.
That's pretty cool. That's a cool idea.
Yeah, they had the South African version, but I think it was shit. But
really,
yeah, you should go check it out.
I'm gonna check this out. It sounds funny.
Yeah, no, it's hilarious, bro. Check it out. Take Me Out UK. Trust me.
So then, you're gonna. I don't know. I don't think you would have watched my number 1 either. Then my number 1 is Geordie Shore.
Yeah, I know. Never watched it. Geordie Shore. Yeah, I know it.
No, man, this guy. How did you not watch it?
I was never interested in it. I'm surprised neither of us had like Big Brother on the list.
No. I never understood Big Brother. I watched Big Brother when I was young, and I just couldn't get it. I didn't understand it. I was used to fight my cousins and stuff. My older cousins used to watch it. The show doesn't make any sense to me. So then I just. And then all the voting, and then I thought, oh, you must use airtime to vote and stuff. And I was just, no.
But none of us have idols on here either.
But idols, and what's the other one? America's Got Talent and all of that. Nah.
Yeah, those are like really reality shows, isn't it?
I mean, it's cool, but it's okay. But idols is a classic, though. Idols is pretty cool.
Okay, let's wrap this up because we're getting. I have a timer on there. Okay, I'll quickly go through the list. So at number 10, we had Ultimatum and Love is Blind. At number 9, we had Hell's Kitchen and the Kardashians. At number 8, we had Fear Factor and Put My Ride. At number 7, we had Amazing Race and MTV Cribs. And then number 6, we had Kardashians and Shark Tank. Number 5, we had a swap. So number 5 is now Love Island and Come Down With Me SA. Number 4 is MasterChef Australia and Amazing Race. Number 3 is 90 Day Fiance and Ran's House. Number 2 is Survivor SA and Jersey Shore. Number 1 is Take Me Out UK and Geordie Shore. So
I can't believe you didn't watch any of the shows, man.
yeah, maybe I should.
Yeah, you should.
Maybe give
No,
it a
but you're
shot.
too old. You won't appreciate it.
Oh,
won't
okay,
appreciate it.
yeah, thanks. Let
Yeah,
me go tell my body. Oh, you're too old.
No,
But
your mental state is too old.
yeah, but anyway, thanks for listening, guys. It's always fun to do these podcasts. But again, as we said in the beginning, please do the normal things to support the podcast if you like it. If you don't,
And
you can tell us. That's also good.
don't tell us. We'll carry
No,
on.
it's important. Rate us.
We're doing 100 episodes anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but do tell us. I like opinions.
Okay.
Cheers.
Okay, later.
Bye.